we're going to start out today by working on getting my first capital vessel spawned in that I posted on Friday in the builds playlist, the saucer build that I made. And it's a small capital vessel, not huge, it's only size class 1. But the thing that I built this for was carrying cargo, because one thing I was noticing is even with large containers on some of the small vessels and the hover vessels I've got, I am having a hard time breaking down and moving POIs back to my base. So what we're going to do is get this guy spawned in, and then we can use him to salvage everything on the planet and get it home. He should be able to do tons, because he's got huge, like 320,000 large storage on him, like 4 of those. But you'll notice there's one thing missing here, and that's neodymium, and that's because I went ahead and put all this in, but neodymium I do not have 700 ingots of. I think I've got like 300 ingots. So we're going to start out today by going to space and finding us some neodymium and bringing that back to get that spawned in. I did want to show you what I changed here in the original garage, and that is weird. This is no longer a garage, it's now a warehouse. You can see I did new containers and I moved things around so that we had room for all the salvage that we'll be bringing back. One thing I wanted to point out is this is all actually one big container, these like middle pieces here. And these is one big container, this is one big container, so on and so forth. And what I actually did to do that is if you walk over here with your tool and you look, this is actually, the wall is container extensions. So this is the controller here, it runs to the wall is more containers, and each of these are connected to it, but it kind of gives it like the full warehouse look. These are still individuals, 1, 2, 3, but we use those for smaller things. So if we look at my breakdown now, I've got a bunch of overflow. So these are like when I run out of space and the other things we can. And most of these overflows are like those containers there. Like the individual things that are more there for decoration than anything, but we can use them for overflow when we need them. But like, for example, if we look at plates now, I've moved all the plates into a single thing. So titanium, steel, all of those, they'll share in amount of plates now because of building. But you can see that's 224,000 in there, and right now I'm only using 37,000 for all of these, but I figure as we're breaking everything down, we'll fill this up, and then we might need overflow from there. So this is now the warehouse. I left enough room in here to bring the swamp hopper in and out, so we can still do that, and I can still bring other vehicles down, but everything is at the garage now. And speaking of the garage, we're going to do something to get back and forth there pretty easily. So my friend Commando in the comments told me, hey, the teleporter is expensive, sure, but you could put a motion detector there that switches it on and off. And that was a great idea. So I'm going to start off by going into my advanced constructor, and I'm going to make 2 motion detectors. So those are like switches, I think. What do they call that again? I always forget the names of things when I go to look in here. Like motion detector switches. What are they? Where are they? They would be useful, these guys here. So we want the sensors and signals. So I'm going to make 2 of those. And as soon as that's done, I'll bring you guys back and show you what I'm talking about. So, be right back. Okay, so we're down here in the basement now where, engineering is. And where I place the teleporter here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the first switch somewhere here, maybe. Let's see, I want it right above that. And it might be that block is taking that up and that is taking that up. So what I think I'm going to do is move that off there because I want that spot. Retrieve that block. And let me get my light on for you guys so you can see. And let me put that light back up over here for the moment, and we'll put another one to match it later. For now, let me just toss it up here. That is one of these corner strips. And I had it like that. Boom. For now. And then we're going to take this sensor switch, and I'm actually going to put it on the ceiling here. We're going to make it a motion sensor, I think. Right? And then we're going to go P, looking at him, and go into his interactive setup so I can see what I'm seeing. And then we're going to shrink it by doing left control and left alt and numpad. And so I'm going to do 4, 6, 8, 2. I want the whole thing shrunk down. And so it's just that column right there, right? All right, and then we can escape out of that, get out of the interactive. And then what we can do is let's go P real quick. And I'm going to auto group this. And we're going to go into the sensor signals, hanger motion, motion sensor. We're going to call this teleporter sensor. That way we have a name for it. And we're going to go into signal logic on, where is it? It would be the teleporter. And what would they have teleporter auto grouped into, I wonder? Transportation? Yep. Okay. And we're going to go into his signal logic, right? And we're going to say on off. I think we have to assign a signal to this teleporter sensor. Here's the signal. We're going to call this teleporter. Teleporter. Enter. And then we can go back into the teleporter. We can say, hey, teleporter follow. There we go. And it's just like that. So he's not on, but the moment we step onto the pad, he comes on. Right? That way he's not pulling power from our base when we don't want him to. But we can get on here, and we can then go like that. Okay, that's weird. I'm not sure what's happening there. So he's not active. There we go. That's just, it just was being weird. So now we can click on it. I didn't do anything with her. It just started working. We can click on it. We can go to the garage. Teleport over there. Bamf. Should be over there. And then we can do the same thing right here that we just did. We're going to put a teleporter here. It's going to be a motion sensor. And we're going to go into the P menu here. Make sure all of this is auto grouped. Okay. Motion sensor, this guy here. This one right here, that's the in-hanger. This is going to be the teleporter on this side. That's the signal he gives. And we also want to name him. I'm going to just, so I can always know what he is. Teleporter sensor. Boom. And then transportation on this side, this guy. First, let's set this up. By the way, interactive setup. Control Alt, shrink, 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 and then that shrunk it up towards the center. So I'm going to do enlarge as left control, just one. Just this block, this column right here, will bring him online now. Escape out of that. Go back into teleporter, his signal logic. He follows the teleporter signal, and he's on follow. And so now when we come on here, bam, that comes online, it goes off. If we look real quick, by the way, at our statistics, our fuel tanks are empty here. And that's because this thing really does not pull that much power. Alright, it pulls that much power. Actually, no, I'm sorry. I was looking at... I wasn't looking at the battery. I was looking at fuel tank. We don't have any fuel tanks. The battery is okay. But if you're going to do this, you got to do this quick, right? So if we're going to go back to C-Lab, go quick. And then it'll shut back off and it won't pull power from that base so much. So that's how you can get these set up, and that way they don't suck all the power out of your base just by existing. And you can jump on them whenever you need to use them. And not worry about them staying on after you've teleported away and eating the rest of your power. So, good call on that one, Commando. I appreciate you hitting me with that comment because that is awesome. Alright, so we're off to, I think it was Arashi Pi I saw it in. So if we look at the map here, we go here, I think this is the one that we wanted right there. So let's lock that target. And let's pop over there and find us some neodymium. And yeah, I'm aware. Some of you told me a couple of times that one of the quests will give me all the ores that we ever need. And that's, we'll get there eventually, but I kind of taken my time through the quests. I don't want to rush through all the quests and then just have like sandbox left for me to do, which I don't mind, but I'm kind of like doing this in a order of like what I would think my character would do it in. Alright, so let's start scanning. There's ice. You know, we don't have any ice. We might swing over there and get some ice. I don't know what we'd use it for, but we don't have... Ooh, wait, there's a drone. Alright, well, it's time to take out a drone, guys. Come at me, bro. Just like that. Did not think it would be like that, did you? Alright, let's go and steal this stuff. There's another one coming at me from way off in the distance. Like 16 kilometers away. We'll have to keep that in mind. Alright. Pop out here and grab this real quick. Give me what you have to loot, please. Thank you for your donation. Then we're gonna pop back in here. And let's scan again. Let's keep an eye. He's coming at us from way far away. There's a Polaris frigate over there. There's a Prometheum asteroid we found. There's an iron asteroid. That one's coming at us pretty quickly here. Two of them coming at us pretty quickly here, so we've got to deal with that. Space drone laser. Here they come. And bang. Watch the dogfight. Don't want to get slagged. We have no shields. And nope. Alright, let's go homing. Once we're in the middle of this, homing is probably my best bet. Gotta watch it. They're trying to split me. Or split each other so that I can't. And gotta get them in the red. Gotta get them. Oop. Space laser coming at me. Alright, this guy here is riding my ass, so we've got to deal with him next. Whee! I think we got him on that, but it did not destroy him. So that time we did. Alright, where's your friend? Where's your friend? Oop. Alright. Get behind this dude, and I gotta do it with red. My reflexes are not that good, for the record. Get it in the red, get it in the red. Come on. Alright, damn it. He's keeping me busy for whatever's coming at the distance. Get him. Oh, that could have got him. Could have been a contender. Alright, how about one of these then? Yeah, that's right. That's right. Alright, let's reload. Alright, let's go get his stuff. Should have brought our gunship. But our gunship doesn't have long-range jump technology, and I wasn't really trying to figure out how to force that on there. Alright, and go. Alright, feeding the last of the neodymium into the system here. This should be 4, 5, 6, 7, 05. We don't need quite that much. We need like 200 more. Not even 200. We'll start with that. Go there. That's good. Start production. And it's 1 hour and 48 minutes. So I'm gonna basically just do some busy work around here, like picking the garden and waiting for that to build, and we'll continue on afterwards. So I'll catch you guys as soon as that's ready. Alright, blueprint's finished. We're over at the garage at the moment. I'm gonna spawn it here. So let's see what we get. We're going yaw. Got our stealth saucer. Bam. You can see how big it is. It's not terribly big. And it'll set down on its feet there. I mean, I guess it is big compared to the other things I've built, when you really look at it. So let's F5 this guy. If you didn't see the other video, you can see what it looks like. This is just a massive cargo carrying thing. It's got one homing missile rocket launcher on the top for self-defense. On the bottom it's got a tool turret, which this can only be used in space, so we can't use this on the land, unfortunately. But when we start doing salvaging in space, that'll be super helpful. 4 landing gears. He's got apparently a missing block here that I screwed up that I need to fix. And then resave him. He's made of just plain metal. He's not hardened metal or anything. He's not a battle vehicle at all. And then if we go inside real quick, you can see I've got my seat here. I've got oxygen tanks. I've got fuel tanks. He's got an ammo tank. I've got an armor locker here. Food and fridge here. Over on this side is health and oxygen station if I need to fill my suit. And you go down, we have a place for where we're going to put a warp engine. So I saved the location and kind of used blocks to like space it out. That's what a warp engine on this looks like. In fact, this will even say, if you look at it, well, you can't do it while in this thing, but when that comes online, that'll say warp engine goes here. So, but that's, we're gonna have to upgrade. I built it to be something I could do cheaply, and then later we could upgrade the CPU to make it have warp capabilities. And you'll notice the bottom side, this floor is actually split into 4 pieces with a separator between, and I've got enough supply on each of those 4 pieces to get 320,000, which I believe is the max, or at least it seemed like the max when I was building this. 320,000 worth of storage times 4 in this guy, and there's room in here to put a few more things if we need. But yeah, this is the stealth saucer, or the salvage saucer if you will, because he was built just for going to salvage stuff on the planet. So I'm gonna get inside if I can. Oh, you know what I didn't do? I didn't put ramps on here. That's the one thing I forgot to do, because I have no way to get in here. Okay, well, let's see if we can figure out how we're gonna do that then. Wait, I did do this. I did do this now that I remember. Right here. Was it here or was it in front? I think it's in the front, maybe. One of these. Somewhere. Where was it? It's right here. Okay. Right in front of the tool gun. I can get into it like this. Well, I gotta have full jump jet capability here. Let me see if I can put away that gun real quick. Put away your... where is it? Turret? That's a rocket turret. That's not the right turret. I want the... Where is it? Ground hanger... Harvest. Put away your harvest turret. Deactive. And see, that's the other thing, is when they're away, they hide away in the ship really nicely. All right, almost made it. Almost made it. I may not be enough jump jet on this suit specifically to get in there. There we go. We got it. I'll have to see about adding maybe one more elevator block to that. Alright, let's go up into the main floor here. And I still need to do decoration in here. I know I went to grab decor console blocks and stuff, and I just didn't do it. So this thing still needs decoration for sure. But let's go into his P menu. And I brought with me, if we go manage on this, brought with me a bunch of, where are they? Oh, no? I thought I brought fuel cells, but maybe I had them pulled down and I had them on the remote network, so great. Okay, I'm gonna run back to the house and get fuel, and I'll be right back. Alright, so got all the issues I had corrected with it. I put a ramp here like that so that you can get up into this a little easier. So if we wanted, we could do like jump through it and then we would land on it and we'd be here. I put around this some metal around here because what we need is a force field, and that's because this won't be airtight without the force field. And we may have to do the same thing on this level, come to think of it. But we'll see here. I fixed that problem that was in the back here. It wasn't missing a block. It was a rotated block that wasn't rotated right. So we rotated it back. And let's brought over a few power cells, whatever I could carry. And let's do this. Let's manage this. We got 44 of them. Let's see how much it'll take. Not bad. So it takes about 20, roughly. Alright, and let's take this bad boy over to the other base, and we can get the oxygen filled up and take a look here. If you look at N, and we do, where is it? Show oxygen and show airtight blocks. You can see all of this is airtight, and you're okay here because everything is airtight. But the problem is you get right here, and it's not going to be anymore. I fixed it on, let's turn off airtight real quick. I fixed it on this one by having a force field right there. So we're probably going to have to get some more blocks on the other side because I didn't bring enough. And fix this here to do the same thing so we have a force field. Otherwise our oxygen is just going to leak out through the bottom there. That said, let's... Did it just fire up automatically? I feel like it just fired up automatically. It did. Okay. Let's do that. Let's back out of it a little bit. And up, up, up. Nice. You see I've got flashing purple lights on it. On the sides of it there. Everything's looking good. Let me put away my turret, my weapon turret. It's P. Hitting the wrong button. Weapons put away. Boom. That's what she looks like. She's got very minimal thrusters on her. I wanted to hide the thrusters too. I hid the thrusters into the... Unfortunately, you can't hide the flames coming out of them, but they're hidden back behind blocks. But this, yeah, it's not bad. Looks like the engines maybe going up are going to be a problem if we wanted to get it to space. I don't know. Notice how it jumps real quick there. But let's fill it up with oxygen and let's see what happens on that. We'll figure out what we need to do to make it airtight. So we're going to come over C-Lab here. Get close. And straighten it out. Bring it down a little bit. Should be within reach of C-Lab now, right? We are. Okay, good. We'll just let it hover here. Now, if we look, I've got 2 small fuel tanks in it. And that looks like in atmosphere, that'll give me 2 hours. So, capital vessels use power like crazy when they're in atmosphere. So, if you get this to space, that'll probably jump quite a bit. So just something to keep in mind. Let me pop out of the captain's chair there. And you can see you can move around this guy. like it was any other vehicle. These doors automatically have force fields on them, so that'll hold the oxygen in. But let's go ahead and do F4. And let's go to C lab. Fuel. Do I have oxygen and fuel? Yeah, I think I do. And if we connect, put that there, and we go P, fill this guy up. Now if we do N and show oxygen, I don't think we're pressurized is the problem. That's why you can't see it, because it's not good. So let's get some steel blocks real quick. We go to our blocks box and we go steel blocks, connect, and we're gonna do these. I like the thin walls for around the elevator. I'm gonna put that there. I'm gonna do this just minimal real quick so we can see if this works here. There. And then let me get a door. See if I have any doors in the large parts box. And of course I do. Always want to drag it down. I forget to connect first. Take him. We're going to bring him around. And I think I want him to look like, I don't know, like that. That works. Alright, and now if we do show oxygen, we have to pressurize the thing first. And I think what we do for that, to pressurize it, is we go oxygen. And as long as you see oxygen everywhere, then you're airtight and you're good to go. And you can see everywhere that you have O2. And if we, let me disconnect from that real quick. And if we go down into here, there's no oxygen in the elevator shaft itself, right? Because I don't have a seal at the bottom. If we come in here and we make sure that show oxygen is, something is leaking in here. Something in this area is letting oxygen out. That's why there's no oxygen here. So if we go back to N and we go show airtight blocks, we're looking for any break in where the oxygen may be. Why are we leaking oxygen? This is a good question. Nothing back here. All this looks tight. That looks tight. Let me eat something real quick. C-Lab. Prepared food. Another dino stew. Might be back here. If we open this up. We go in here. That's so weird. And that is our pentaxid tank. What is leaking oxygen down here? Gotta find that, guys, because otherwise this is unsafe to be in space. What would be leaking oxygen down here? Let's go back up real quick. Turn that off real quick. That makes it hard to see. What? See, you can see oxygen there. That's how you know. As long as that's on, you should be seeing it down here too. But I don't know what might be losing oxygen. It all looks pretty solid here. Make sure we don't have to just reoxygenate. Decompressing. And recompressing. I don't think it's gonna be any of this, because that all looked airtight. What am I missing? This all looks airtight here. He's a seal around that door. He's a seal around that door. He's got a force field right there. So it shouldn't be allowing oxygen outside of that, as far as I can tell. Just in case though, let's throw a door here. Let's go back to large parts. Give me a door. And then let me pull this force field off. Maybe the force field is just a problem of itself. Retrieve block. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Didn't mean to do that. Where are you, force field? There it is. Okay. Alright, let's put this back real quick. First and foremost. Actually, no, let's put this back first and foremost. We need the elevator block in. And then we'll put this back. And we will do him like that. Boom. That's back in place. Let's put a door here. Door's probably better anyways. That way if anything was to come up your bottom area there, it wouldn't be easy to attack you. Okay. Let's turn on and off oxygen. Oh, you know why? I just realized why. We don't actually have anywhere to get oxygen in this room. So this was fine as it was. I'm going to leave it like that anyways because the door makes sense. We need actually to make a... what do you call it? It's called a ventilator. We have no ventilator down there. These things pump oxygen into your area, right? So we need to put a ventilator down there. Without a ventilator, you have no oxygen. So let me land this guy so I can get back into it in a minute. We'll put him down right here. I'm gonna take a look because you can see how big he is compared to everything else. Down, 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 down. Alright. That's good. We're in the water now. But that's okay, because now we can go out the side door here. Okay, we'll go into the constructor here. We do have a constructor on that. We just don't have any supplies in it yet. And let me make a ventilator. Bam. I'm going to make 2 of them real quick. Then we need to move our ammo in. And maybe get some food. And then I think we're going to go see about breaking down on planet DOYs at that point. Alright. And give me those. Those will be in the output box. Yeah, see, I've been making homing missiles for the ammo box there. Okay. Go downstairs. We're completely underwater right here, by the way. Bam, bam. And I'm going to put ventilators probably on these walls here. I like the flat ventilators. I like the way they slam up against the wall. So one there. And one there. Let's get out of the water. Up, 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 up. Okay. And now if we do N, show oxygen, we should have oxygen downstairs. All this is, yeah, see, now we're good. So now you have oxygen being pumped into the cabin, so to speak, and this is good to go. So this is safe for space now. We can turn that off. Alright, let me get everything else loaded up, and I'm gonna pop over and I'll show you why I built this.